Hi everybody, I have a good show for you today. This is all about microcurrent. What is it? Why are we doing it? And what are my top picks? So I'm gonna let you guys start coming on. Hello, hello. Hi, happy Saturday everybody. Today's all about microcurrent. So what is it? Why are we doing it? And what are my favorite picks? And this was kind of inspired by some questions in the Live Young Instagram club where people were asking, what about this device? And what about that device? So I just decided to do a full live on microcurrent. So first of all, hi everybody. I'll let you guys start coming in. Hello, hello, hello. I'm gonna get all my stuff prepped. I'm gonna be doing a full treatment on myself as well. Hi everybody. Okay, so this is all about microcurrent. What is it? Why do I incorporate it into my weekly protocol? And what are my top picks? Because this market is just saturated with all of these at-home devices. So I kind of wanted to give you guys a heads up on what I think is a waste of money, what are my top picks, and why the heck are we doing it in the first place? All right, so microcurrent, let me just tell you that. Oh, thanks so much. You guys, I hope you're having a great Saturday. We're gonna be here for a little bit of time. I will post this to my feed afterwards so you guys can still be able to see this. But let's just talk about microcurrent. What is it? Which devices should we be using in terms of the effectiveness, and why are we doing it in the first place? So microcurrent refers to the low levels of electricity that are passed between two lobes or two probes, okay? So there's an electric current that goes between them, and it causes muscle contraction. So that's the reason why we do it in the first place. Now, if you're doing a microcurrent device such as, let me see, oh my gosh, the NuFace. If you're doing a microcurrent device such as the NuFace, you won't get that twitching of the muscle because it doesn't have electric muscle stimulation to that degree, but it is still passing electric current in a loop from one probe to the next probe. Okay, so why are we doing it? What are the benefits of doing this? Well, it trains your muscles, right? So it will sculpt your muscles and train your muscles to stay in a certain position. So if we're manipulating the muscle, let's say right here, and I'm using this is the Myolift Mini, by the way. I'm using this probe to create a pinch and hold technique where the electricity goes between each probe. I'm stimulating that muscle in there to where it's giving it a more firmer, kind of tighter appearance. So that's basically what we're doing. But more than that, I feel in terms of aging, we're doing a lymphatic drainage. So microcurrent is a really good way, oh my gosh, this cord. Microcurrent is a really good way to lymphatically drain the area. And if we're puffy right here, we're gonna have more jowls, right? And so you can lymphatically drain that by pushing the fluid with microcurrent out towards, up and out towards where those drainages are on behind your ear here. So I think I missed a question that was a really good one. Can you microcurrent after microneedling? It's funny that you say that because yes, but not immediately after, because you're breaking the skin with microneedling, right? You're creating that little bit of trauma. So if you look at the protocol and how I have it lined up, I'm doing microneedling on Sunday, and then on Monday and Tuesday, I'm hitting it with red light therapy to increase the healing. I'm then hitting it with radio frequency, and after that is red light, and then Fridays is when I do my microcurrent treatment. Now, it's spaced out from when you're doing the microneedling because you don't want to do something like this over broken skin. And microneedling, if you remember from that live, creates those little perforations and that microtrauma. So that's why we want to make sure we space those out. So there's a method to the madness, you guys. And if you don't have my protocol, just DM me the word protocol and I'll give you the calendar and all the modalities that I use at home and how I can fit them all in 30 minutes a day on a weekly basis. But today we're talking about microcurrent, okay? And probably the most famous of all of the microcurrents is the New Face because it's been around forever. I still have this. I still use it. It's not my favorite though. So I'm gonna get to that. So in addition to stimulating the muscle contractions and improving the facial tone of your skin, it's lymphatically draining. So that will also help look a little bit more chiseled, and it helps with wound healing. And that's where I think I'm getting the most benefit from that. So when you look at like, how does the face age anatomically? Muscle tone is not one of the top ways that a face ages because we're constantly moving our face, right? Unless you've Botoxed your entire face where you can't move, you're constantly moving your face. And so your muscle tone in your face is not one of the top 3 ways that our face ages. It's that redistribution of fat, right? So when we age, we lose fat volume under the eyes here, on the temples, on the cheeks. It's this lack of fat that happens that then the anatomy sags and we've got the jowly area, right? So it's that loss of fat that is the most common way that the facial anatomy changes. Another way is bone absorption. Oh, I wish I would have brought I did. So as we age, we lose bone. So our bone gets absorbed into our body, especially after the age of 30, we start losing muscle mass, and then our bones start kind of, not disintegrating, that's a bad word to say it, but they start decreasing. The bone density starts decreasing. And so you'll lose that bone structure. So not only do you have a loss of fat in very strategic areas when we age, right? Here, 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 that's the loss of fat. But the bone structure, the cheekbones actually diminish with age. So that causes a further, I know this is beautiful, a further drop in the face. So that also is like, it helps with the loss of collagen. So if we're losing facial fat and we're losing bone, which is why you should, this is my product, but you should be on not only a calcium, but a K2 and D3. So this is a K2 D3. This is my product. If you're interested in this, this really helps with that bone loss. And it really kind of directs the calcium to go into the bones instead of into the arteries. So if you're interested in this, I have a full supplement line. Just DM me the word supplements and I'll send that whole link to you. But this is super important because it is one of the ways that we age. Loss of bone, loss of fat, and then a loss of collagen, which is why throughout this whole thing, we're stimulating collagen. And then a thinning of the epidermis, which is why we microneedle, which is why we do retinoids. All of those thicken the epidermis. Okay, so those are the 4 different ways that our face ages. Let's do them again. Redistribution of the fat, the loss of bone, the loss of collagen, and the thinning of the epidermis. So how does microcurrent help with all of that? There's a couple different theories, but not a lot of research. So this has kind of just been trial and error on my part. The research says that yes, it does kind of help to tone the skin, tone the muscles under the skin. But remember, those weren't the first 4 reasons why our face ages. So what does that do? It kind of helps support that drooping skin when we lose the fat and we lose the bone. It helps kind of support that. So that's one of the ways. The other way is that it stimulates, or it could, because there's no research on this, but one of the things that they think could be happening is it's stimulating ATP to energize that cell, and that can be helping with a little bit of collagen stimulation. But there's a ton of research on wound healing. Yeah, a ton of research on wound healing. So let's just look at the protocol one more time. We're doing microneedling every Sunday. That's a wound. We're hitting it with red light therapy, red light therapy. That's wound healing. Doubling up on collagen. If you guys don't use my collagen, it's not mine, but it's literally the best collagen in the world. If you want this link to that, just DM me the word collagen. But we're doubling up on the collagen. We're doubling up on the red light therapy. And then we're hitting it with radio frequency, which is kind of tickling the collagen in there and needs to restructure. So we need to heal this, which is why we hit it again with red light therapy, and then we do the microcurrent. And that kind of really refreshes the whole area and really helps to speed up not only the trauma we created with microcurrent, but the trauma that we're also creating with the radio frequency. So that's why I incorporate, can't even talk right now. That's why I incorporate microcurrent into my weekly protocol. So again, if you don't have that, just DM me the word protocol, and I'm gonna start doing some microcurrent to my face. Okay, I'm prepping. That's how I prep, with my little mushroom coffee. Okay, let's see. You need a conductive gel. Listen, there's a lot of conductive gels on the market. Like NuFace has I like the big bottles because I don't want a little tiny conductive gel. I do this shit too often. So it's kind of a waste of money for me. But NuFace does a really good gel primer. I like to use a hyaluronic acid because it is water-based. You just can't use an oil-based. It will have conductivity. But if you guys really want to save money, you can get like a big thing of this, which is an ultrasound gel that you can not only use for microcurrent, but you can also use for radio frequency, right? So instead of continuing to buy gels that came with your product, go on my Amazon store. This is like $11. This will last you, my God, a long time. I maybe overstepped and got one a little too big. Anyways, that's an option too. But right now I'm using a hyaluronic acid. It's a Costa Baja. I like it because it's cheap. It comes in like a bigger container, you know, it's not like in a little dropper. So I like this as well because I don't have to wash it off of my face. You know, the ultrasound gels are kind of thicker. The conductive gels are a little bit thicker and you have to wash them before you do anything. This, I can do a microcurrent treatment. It just kind of helps the hyaluronic acid to soak in the skin a little bit. And so it's, you know, nothing that I have to wash off. I have no makeup on, you guys. I have a little bit of mascara and that's it. A little tiny bit of color on my lip. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys a bunch of different devices. And I know I'm gonna get this question, so I'm just gonna answer it anyways. I'm gonna get the question, how often should you do this? And listen, you can't do radio frequency every day. You cannot do microneedling every day. You can do red light therapy every day, and you could do microcurrent every day. Okay, so this is a type of treatment that you can't really overdo unless you're doing like a big muscle stimulation. What happened to my favorite one? I'm gonna have to find, oh man. Okay, right now I'm gonna do the Myolift Mini, and I'm gonna tell you why I like this one as opposed to the Zip, which I also like, the Myolift QT, which attaches to an app. It connects to an app, so you can tell if you have conductivity. The NuFace, which I've had for years, and I still think is a good device. Not my favorite, but it's still a good device. Then we get into like the solar stuff, which I think is crap. You guys should throw it away. And then I have a Medicube here somewhere, which I love. Oh wait, let me grab it. Hold on one second, you guys. Hold on. Don't go away. Oh shoot, what did I do with that? That's so weird. I'm gonna have to try to find that because I definitely wanted to show you guys that. Interesting. Maybe, oh, I found it. Sorry, hold on. Okay. I'm in slippers, you guys, sorry. Okay, so, or the Medicube, which is another one of my favorites. So that's what we're gonna talk about today. Myolift Mini, Myolift QT, the Zip, which I love, NuFace, and the Medicube, which, oh my God, this is a great one. Okay, so I'm gonna show you one half of my face. I'm just gonna do my right side of let's see. This one is a little droopier, I think. So I'm gonna do, let's see if I was cheating. This side of my face is a little bit more firm, and I would do this to show you guys, wow, there's a big difference. I'm gonna do it on the side of my face that's actually a little bit more droopy. And the reason I can tell that is because this nasolabial fold is a little bit more pronounced on this side. and I'm losing a little bit of volume here. You guys, when you go and get filler, if you go and get filler, don't ever put filler down here. I know that that's like, it's the place where you think like, I've got this, I want to inject filler. That's not where we lose fat. We lose fat up here. So that's the only place really, unless you do you're somebody that does your lips, that's really the only place where you want to do filler. You do filler here, it's going to migrate, it's not going to look great. You want to do it up here. And that, in putting it here, is what pulls. See this? Look for 1 second, you guys. You see this right here, nasolabial fold. If I had a fat transfer or filler here, see how that goes away? It's a volume here. It's not a loss of fat here. Okay, so I hope that you guys get that. I know that was kind of off topic, but anyways. And I know somebody just said, oh God. I know, but people do this. And I have a client that just put all this filler down here, and I'm like, why? Why would you do that? Okay, so I'm gonna do a level 2, and I'm gonna do an educate. And as I'm doing this, I'm gonna put an intensity all the way up. I'm gonna put my time on 20. Let's run. Yeah, I'm gonna put my intensity, I think it can go up to 400. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna put my time up and I'm gonna run. Okay, so while I'm doing this, I can answer any questions or we can talk. Again, you could do this every day. I don't. I only do this, I only do this once a week. And the reason why I like it is I use it for lymphatic drainage. I use it to increase a little bit of the energy in the cell. And the research shows that it helps with healing. So it is, oh my gosh, look at this. And I need to spread these two apart, so excuse me for 1 second. The research shows that it's great for healing. So when you're doing a protocol that incorporates creating trauma, then you want to make sure that you're doing stuff like increasing your collagen, you're doing some microcurrent that will also increase healing. So that's all super important. Okay, I'm going to start here. Now, as you can tell, this side of my face is dropped. So I just wanted to show you guys. I'm going to work a little bit on my jowls. And now, you guys, if you guys asked a question and I was not able to answer it because I was looking down or whatever, now would be a great time to ask the question because I can see the whole feed going through right now. So again, we're gonna try to lift this area. Now between these two probes, I'm gonna tell you why I like this device the best, okay? Those are the only ones that I haven't tried that one. I've tried the Foreo Bear, the Zip, New Face, Medicube, Myolift Mini, and then a lot of ones that frankly are a waste of money. So I don't really wanna highlight those, but I have not tried that one. Okay. So I'm gonna just keep doing this. And the reason why I like this particular device is because 7E Wellness is the company that makes these devices for in-office. Fill in Plump's face. Okay. Okay, I don't know about that. Okay, so it's this device that uses a 2-probe system. There's a 2-probe system, and then there are 2 lobe systems. 2 lobes, right? It's the number of bumps. That's a 2-lobe system. The Medicube is a 2-lobe system. The Myolift Mini is a 2-probe system. And this is the type of device that's used in office. So although it's like more difficult for me, for most people to use this because it takes 2 hands, but it is literally the most effective because you can do a true pinch and hold. So right now you can see I'm bringing this up and I'm pinching the skin in between here. And the reason why you do that is the electric current goes from one probe to the other. So not only is it going in between these 2 lobes, it's going in between the 2 probes. So when you're talking about the effectiveness of a device that is using microcurrent, You're always going to get a more effective treatment when you're doing a 2-probe system with a pinch and hold technique. If I'm going to do like this one, which is the zip, and I love this because it's very easy to handle, and it's an ergonomically designed. It's ergonomically designed well because it just fits in your palm. And I like this, but you're not going to get as good of a treatment as you would when you're doing something like this. Again, same with the new face. The new face, you're using a press and hold. So all you can do with this device, and again, it's a good device. Don't throw it away, you guys. All you can do with this device, though, is push up and press and hold. Let's see if I can turn this on. Oh, I don't have this one charged. But there's a lot of other ones. This, you're doing a press and hold, right? So you're going to get a better result with this because this is what they use in the office. I want to keep going here, sorry. I'm on a level 2 educate. And another reason why I like this device is because you can tell when you have conductivity. I don't know if this will show up, but you see this line, how it's blinking? That shows that I don't have conductivity. So either the devices aren't on my skin or I don't have enough conductive gel. So now look what happens when I put both of these probes on my skin. You see how I have conductivity? So I'm gonna release it now. I have them up here, no conductivity. I'm gonna put them back on my skin, conductivity. So it lets you know, if you're using other creams, are you getting true conductivity? Because you can't really feel anything with this device. You don't feel any pain. You might feel a little bit of tingling, but you're not feeling like, you know, a major muscle twitch like you would on some of the microcurrent devices that actually include an EMS mode. So for example, this one that I love by Medicube, when I turn this on, I want to show you. You were looking at, wait, let me go up. Oh my gosh, hello. I think my battery's almost gone on this one. Hold on, see if I can get something. Okay, you see this? Oh, see this? See the twitching? That is muscle stimulation. So if you are, this is microcurrent with an added muscle stimulation. So if you're really wanting to build the muscle up of the face, this is what you would use. And you can feel this kind of in your teeth. You can feel the muscle contraction. Now, people are going to ask, can you use this if you do Botox? And the answer is you don't want to do this at a place where you would have Botox done. Because if Botox paralyzes the muscle, then what you're doing with this is stimulating the muscle. Your Botox is not going to last long. So that's why I only do this on my lower face. I will do my neck with this at times, only if my Botox is worn out. Otherwise, I stay on the lower face to kind of chisel out this area here. See, you can already tell, and I haven't done many passes, but this is my droopier side, and already I can see that it is making a difference. So I'm just gonna keep doing this. Again, I'm pinching right here. If I had Botox for some reason in this area, it would decrease the length of time that my Botox was effective. That's why you won't see me doing my forehead with this. Sometimes if my Botox is like I'm ready for renewal, I'll use this on the erase mode because there's 2 different modes here. So if my Botox was almost done, I could use this on the erase mode and use it to soften and pull apart those wrinkles. So you could, if you've got the forehead lines, use this together and then pull them apart and leave it there for a couple seconds. And you're still getting that electric current in a way where you're skin is spread apart. But if you get, again, if you get Botox on your forehead or on your 11s, you do not want to use this on your forehead or on your 11s, right? I don't get Botox on my eyelid. That would be really weird. So I do like this in terms of helping with that crepey eyelid, but I don't want to do it out here with a pull apart because I have Botox in this area. I hope that makes sense, you guys. And this machine, because it is the one used in professional offices, it's the only one that has that ability to also pull apart. So if you're somebody who you're against Botox, you don't want to get Botox, you could use this in two ways. You do the press and hold, the pinch and hold technique, or you can do the pull apart technique to really get into like the horizontal lines on your neck, to get into the chest wrinkles, which I'm probably going to do today as well because I'm a side sleeper. And you could use this to kind of soften that like cobblestone that you get in your chin. So you can use that to soften that. And that would be like your pull apart. So pull apart here, pull apart on your 11s. You can pull apart, this is the erase mode, pull apart on the horizontal lines here, and pull apart on the horizontal lines here, and the horizontal lines on your chest. So that's where you would use this on the erase mode. I mostly, I'm not gonna lie, use the Educate level 2. That's where I'm on the highest intensity, which is 400, because it doesn't hurt at all, you guys. And I increase the time. So I'm just gonna work on this one side of my face. If there's any questions, you guys, I'm here to answer them. I haven't tried every single device on the market, but I think I've tried 10. And I've given away a lot and thrown away a lot that just absolutely don't work. This one, for example, it's literally for lymphatic drainage, but it's supposed to have microcurrent. I've charged this so many times and I still can't get this thing to work. So I don't think that makes any sense to have a solar powered kind of microcurrent. How do you do under your eyes? Okay. There's this whole chart that comes with this. And I do my upper eye. To be honest, I spend more time on my upper eyes, but you could do your lower eyes like this. Now remember, we're looking at lymphatic drainage here. Yes, it does, not researched yet, but yes, we do think that it stimulates collagen production, but we do know that it stimulates ATP, and so you're gonna get a little bit more energy in this area of the face. But if you wanna use this as not only that, but a lymphatic drainage, you'd plant one probe here, start them together, and go out towards the side of your face. So it's always up and out, right? And you do this like a couple different times. Now I do it here as well because I microneedle my eyes. Like the thing that I have found that helps the most with the crepey eyelid, crow's feet, and also down here is microneedling. So I will get, as long as I'm on that occipital bone, I will microneedle my eye. So guess what I'm using this for, which is like 4 days later, healing. This is helping with the healing of it, right? It's energizing that cell and helping with the healing. So I plant this and I push it out. And sometimes you might get like a little kind of strange little light in your eye, or you might get like a little tiny tinge of like a metal taste. That is totally normal. But you see how this is like lymphatic drainage, like on crack. It's literally pushing all, and you can kind of see, right? It's pushing all of this fluid out. Can you use anything as a conductor? No, you cannot. You want to make sure it's completely water-based. So if you use an oil base like a cream, you're not going to get conductivity, which is why I also like this, because you can tell if you have conductivity or not. See how it's blinking now because the probes are away from my face? When I put the probes on my face, like I showed earlier, then I can tell I have conductivity. So if you want to test out some of your other creams, what you can do is use a device like this that shows if you have conductivity, and you'll know if that is it can work as a conductive gel. I use a hyaluronic acid because I don't want to wash my face afterwards. And sometimes the heavier conductive gels, they goop up and you really have to wash your face with a little bit of a scrubber. And a lot of times my face is healing from something. I don't really like to do that. And I kind of want to just soak that hyaluronic acid in my face instead of coating it with something that I then have to wash off. How much does the tube probe cost? Okay, oh, that's a good question. So this Myolift Mini, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna give you guys my top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna give you my top 5, okay? This is absolutely my favorite because I think it is the most effective. And I did a side-by-side on my YouTube channel with the NuFace and the Myolift Mini. It was not comparable. It was literally not comparable. Can you use in case you have dental implants? You can use with dental implants. You might have like a little bit of a, if you ever had like a pain in the dental implants, yes, it could possibly happen, especially if you're down here on the jaw. You just have to test it out, but you can adjust the intensity, okay? So this doesn't mean you can't use them, but you need to adjust the intensity for that if you start feeling it in your teeth. And some of them, like this one by Even Skin, this is the Lumo by Even Skin. This has an EMS mode, and this one I can feel in my teeth. I'm good, how are you? Somebody just said, how are you? Okay, I'm gonna give you my top 5. This one is my top one. This is the Myolift Mini. This is $325, okay? I do have a discount code for you guys, so if you just DM me Microcurrent, I'm gonna give you my top 5 all in one paragraph with the links, and you guys can make that decision yourself, okay? Some of them I have a little discount code for, some of them I don't, some of them are on my Amazon store, but I'm gonna give you, somebody said I love my Lumo. I love my Lumo too. I just did a live for Even Skin on their platform the other day. I love my Lumo because this has EMS as well. So it's kind of, you can get a lot in one machine, a red light therapy, a radio frequency, an EMS. Yeah, there's a lot, an ion import, ion export. There's a lot going on with this one. So this is in my top, but it's not really what I would consider to be a true microcurrent other than the EMS mode. So this is up there, but I won't, if you just DM me microcurrent, this won't be in that thing. This is primarily a radio frequency device. So if you want this device, just DM me radio frequency. Okay, top device, this is $329. This is the Myolift Mini. And it uses 2 different modes, erase mode and educate. So you can pull apart and you can educate. My second one, you guys, this by Medicube is, I mean, it's unbelievable. It really is unbelievable. I have to do it up a little bit more. I love this device. The metal balls roll. So it's really, yeah, I'm gonna get some muscle twitch here, but it's really so nice because you put it in one spot, you can feel the microcurrent, and when you get to a certain point where you can feel it, stimulating that muscle, you'll get the twitch, you'll get a little bit of that twitch. So you really can tell that this is, it's microcurrent and muscle stimulation. So I love this. Not only that, but the way that the 2 probes on this, the 2 lobes, the way that the 2 lobes on this are spaced very differently than the NuFace. Do you see that? How these are wider? The NuFace, it's really hard to get it to where you can pinch anything in between there. I'm not saying throw this away, you guys. If you have this is an expensive machine. This one is $500 for the regular size. You can also get the Mini, which is about $200. Get the Mini, it doesn't make any difference. It has 2 more settings or something on the larger one. But if you want to save money, get the Mini, it's $200. So this is still a good device, but when compared to this, it's not close. Even when compared to, this is the Myolift QT. So look at this. Compared to the NuFace, compared to this. The way that this sucks your skin in and rolls against your skin it's just it's heavenly. That's all I can say. And it spaces out enough to where, you see how you can get on the jaw? Need a little bit more conductive gel. I can tell when it's not working. If you can tell when your conductive gel is low on these when you can't feel them anymore. So right now, make sure I got it up. Yep. I'm gonna get right in there. See this? And I'm just gonna push this up and hold. So again, this is still a press and hold technique, but the way that these are spaced, look how that can hug the jaw, right? It hugs the jaw in a very different way. Now see, look, sometimes you'll get that muscle kind of contraction, but I definitely feel this. See that? You definitely feel this, and it feels so nice when you compare it to something like this that is just, there's no joy in this, you're just pressing and holding. This feels like you're getting a facial massage. So it's lymphatic drainage because we're pushing this out. It's a better ergonomic design, and it's cheaper. This is $330. So this is EMS. This one does not have EMS. This is microcurrent. EMS, really basically, you're still stimulating the muscle. Somebody just said, you can buy it on Amazon, for example. Yes. Yes, I have it in my Amazon store. Is it okay to use fillers and Botox? These are great questions, you guys. Yes, on fillers, you have to wait for at least 2 weeks. No on Botox, because it's not that it's gonna hurt you to do it on Botox, but your Botox is not going to last very long at all, okay? Hold on. I don't know how to DM you. Maybe you can send me the microcurrent list. Oh my gosh, how do you do that? You know that there's a little arrow on your top right screen. Don't do it now, but on your top right screen of your feed, there's a little arrow. If you click on that, that's how you send a direct message to somebody. I'm like the most untech person in the world. I don't even know how I explained that. Tell me if I'm wrong, you guys. Is that how you do it? I think it's with that, because I don't have it, I can't do it in front of me. But yes, I will send, what I'm gonna do is if you guys DM me the word microcurrent, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna send you a link with the Myolift Mini and any code that anything that I can do to help you guys save a little bit of money. I'm gonna send you the link to my Amazon store for the Medicube. This is $330. So $329, this is the same price. $329, $330. The new face regular size is $500. The mini, which I would suggest that you get if you don't already have a microcurrent machine, is $200. So $500 versus $200 for the regular and the mini. The zip is $479. So this is not cheap, you guys, for what it is. It's not cheap, but at the same time, if you're somebody that's like, I'm not gonna spend the time and the effort to do something like this, and you just wanna be able to use something like this, it's a great device in terms of beginners. Like, I think beginners, well, honestly, all of these are great for beginners. But I want to make sure that you guys understand something. If you already have a microcurrent device and it's one of these, you don't need to buy another one. The zip is $479. So it's not super cheap, but it is great in terms of it feels good on the skin. You can use it everywhere. It also works on the neck because of the way that it's spaced. It's more, you see how it's a little bit wider and more curved than the new face? This makes this more comfortable to use. This one is like you're just pressing and holding, and it works. If you guys have this, don't throw this device away. The best device is like the one you're gonna use. And if you've been using this, keep using it. Spend your money, if you don't have red light, spend your money on a red light therapy device. Spend your money on a radio frequency device, right? Spend your money on the big panel. Spend your money on the Dr. Penn microneedling tool. If you already have something that is microcurrent. Yes, zip works on the neck. Again, I have Botox in my neck, you guys, and I just got it for my daughter's wedding. So I don't really want to do this a lot, but it's a great, like, it just curves very nicely with the neck, curves very nicely with the face, right? The facial contours are very easy to work with this device. Again, it's expensive, $479. And then the other one, which I gave away, was that Foreo Bear. It was $329. The smaller one was $219. It was not strong. I couldn't feel it. I gave it away. So these are the ones that I use at home. And yes, I know it's crazy, but I do at times use different ones on different times, because am I traveling? I might throw this one in. If it's something that I'm like only going to be gone a couple days, I might throw this one in my purse. If it's something at home and I know, it's part of my protocol, my weekly protocol, and I'm at home, this is my go-to, because the results are not even close to the others, because this is the one that they use, not this particular one, same manufacturer, the one that they use in office, because it is the 2-probe system that is better. It doesn't mean you guys need to throw away what you have. I'm gonna use a little, you know what? Let me turn this one off. The Medicube as well, you can use it on your neck. Now, I'm not gonna do it on my neck right now, but gosh, the way that this device, see how it pinches that tricep in there? For muscle stimulation, let me see if I can do it on my body here and you guys can see what this can do, because this is great for the body. I have not tried to use this on the body. I use the radio frequency and the EMS mode of the even skin on the body. This one I don't think really is going to give you a good treatment on the body, but this, holy crap. Okay, we're going to go over, hold on, mode. Okay, and then up. Okay, so I'm on the body and I'm up. Let's see. It's just, you guys, the way that it just kind of sucks that skin in, it's all about the spacing of those 2 probes, right? So do you think that your face and your neck and your chest is the only thing that needs muscle stimulation or ATP production? Your skin covers your whole body. So I just want to show you this on the neck. Woo! Sometimes you'll get that thing, right? That big twitch. I should really turn this down. You'll get that big twitch. I'm not going to do it a lot on the neck because, again, I get Botox in my bands on my neck. I've lifted weights for so long and I don't know what it is, but I get the bands on the neck. So my main places for Botox, you guys, are, I don't get a lot of 11s, but it's here, it's on my bunny lines, and it's on my neck. Those are the main places that I get Botox. But you guys, this is just, the way that it's designed, I swear, it's just a nice massage. So if you've got like a tension headache, to be able to do it on the back of your neck, put a little conductive gel there and do it on the back of your neck is really, really nice. So I do it on, if I don't have Botox in my neck, I will do it on my neck. I will use this on my whole lower face. I'm gonna go back to the face mode after this. On the back of the arms, on the knees. It's just a really nice, ergonomically designed head that is like a nice massage. Again, you're not getting that with these kind of devices because they're just not, they did this one right, this Medicube. It's lovely. But when we're talking about just lifting and really kind of changing, kind of chiseling out, you're gonna get a better result, not by much, but a better result. So if I had to list them in terms of like my favorite down, this is my favorite, followed by the Medicube. Okay, I'll send you links to both of these, followed by the Medicube. Then it's a kind of a tie between the New Face, just because it's been around forever and I do get some lift with it, and this little zip, which has a really nice ergonomical design, right? That you can just, instead of pressing, just run the whole thing all over your face. So it's really a nice one for beginners, or if you don't want to spend too much time trying to like lift certain things. This is a really nice one too. And then that's like really it. 1, 2, 3. That's my top 4, you guys. There's a lot of crap on the market right now that I wouldn't use. Oh, and this one for the body, this is a new face design. This is called New Body. I tested this out for a little bit. I just did not have anything great about this device in terms of did I feel like it was effective? Do I still use it? I do, because you can still kind of feel a little bit of the, the microcurrent in there. But in terms of like really making a bigger difference, I love the shape of this that kind of, really kind of sucks that skin in. And so you're getting a little bit more of a truer microcurrent with that going in between. And these little balls roll, which I love. Okay, I'm gonna keep doing this one side of my face. If you guys have any questions, remember, if you want the protocol, you can DM me the word protocol and I'll get that to you. That's different than my microneedling protocol. Tomorrow I'm gonna be microneedling. I'm either gonna do my hands. I burned myself. Oh, I'm either gonna do my hands or I'm gonna do my abdomen, but I'm gonna do that live tomorrow. And that live gets posted to my subscriber feed so that they've got those tutorials. So if you guys want to subscribe to that, it's $4.99 a month, but all of your questions do get answered. So while I'm still here, if you guys have any questions, again, with filler, you want to wait at least 2 weeks. And the reason is because this doesn't melt filler. That's not what happens. But what happens is filler, when it's injected, is still moldable for a couple of weeks. And what you don't want to do is be pressing around on filler, right? That could potentially move where that is. So wait at least 2 weeks after filler. With Botox, stay away from the area that you Botox unless you just want to keep spending money injecting Botox all the time. I stay away from those areas, but I do want to do my eyelid right here. So hold on. I'm going to educate too. I'm going to put the intensity all the way up to 400. And then I'm going to run it. And I'm going to try to get this eyelid right here. Okay. I hope I didn't miss any questions while I was doing that. If I did, you guys, please ask again. Okay. So I'm going to plant this at my eyebrow. I'm still on my occipital bone. Hi. And then I'm going to press this up. Actually, I can go above my eyebrow. I'm going to press this up. So the electricity is not only going between these two, but it's going between where I'm pressing, where I'm pinching. Okay. Ooh, yeah. See, I can feel this. Doesn't hurt at all. And I have this on the highest, but I can tell that there's electric current going through there. Let's see if we can make a difference here. Okay, any other questions, you guys? This will be posted to my main feed afterwards. Just remember, I'm here every Saturday at 11, no matter what. Although my daughter's getting married not this coming Saturday, but the Saturday after that. I don't know what I'm gonna do that day. I might go live for just a little bit while I'm getting ready, and then that'll be it for that day, because that's a big day for me. But next week, you guys, next Saturday is all about menopause. So I have Dr. Barbara Taylor coming on the show. Next week, we're going to talk about health and longevity when it comes to menopause and hormone replacement therapy. That's going to be next week, next Saturday at 11. And then just remember, tomorrow and every Sunday, I do demos as I'm answering a bunch of questions. So I'll be here as well tomorrow. If you're interested in any of these products, you guys, I don't care if you order from me or not. Sometimes I have a little bit of a discount code. Sometimes I don't. I'm really tired of chasing companies. So a lot of times I've just stuck everything up on my Amazon store as an easy way for me to share with you guys what I'm talking about, instead of you guys searching through all of the products on my skincare site on my Amazon store. So hope that makes sense. If anybody is interested in the fiber lean that I talked about a couple weeks ago when I was talking about craving your curvings, or curbing your cravings. You can DM me the word fiber, and this is a new product. I just revamped my whole vitamin line, my healthy aging vitamin line, and this is Osteomax, which is a K2 D3. It really kind of helps to keep that bone structure intact because we do lose bone as we age. So, and again, if you guys are interested in the collagen that I recommend, just DM me the word collagen. Okay, so let me see if I can get, Let me see if I have I don't have conductivity, so I don't have enough gel. I'm gonna put this right through my eyebrow. I hope you guys are having a great day. I hope you guys have something fun or relaxing or something planned today. My Saturdays and Sundays are very, very busy because I do the live show on Saturday at 11. I do a live show on Sunday at 11. And then I create content on those days as well. So busy, busy, busy for me, but I hope you guys are doing something fun and relaxing. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can see anything here. Conductivity is good. My conductivity is good. Okay. Yeah, I'm on 400. I'm on the max. You're gonna see a lot of creases and stuff here because I'm doing this, but let's see if we can show a little bit. Again, I am doing this on the droopiest side of my face. Nobody's face is completely symmetrical. Hi. Nobody's face is completely symmetrical, so I chose to do this on the droopiest part of my face, and look, I had a little bit of a lift here. Minus, don't look at that dent, but I have a little bit. You guys, am I wrong? Am I crazy? No, I don't think I'm crazy. You can see a little bit of a lift here and a little bit more lift here than before I started. Because remember, I've only been doing this one part of my face. I kind of want to get this cheek up here. And add a little bit more conductivity. And then while I'm off camera, I will do the other part of my face. What happened to my gel? Oh, it's right here. Okay. I'll do the other side of my face. But you guys, I've only been doing this one side and you can kind of tell. Now, is this why I do it? Do I do it for this one little lift once a week? Not really. I mean, I do it. I love it. Sometimes I'll do it right before I go onto camera for something. I'll do a little microcurrent because it could, you do have an immediate effect. What is the difference between EMS and microcurrent? It's honestly, and you don't need both. Microcurrent is a muscle stimulation. It's more of a subtle muscle stimulation, and EMS is like literally causing muscle contractions. So, you don't need both, but why not? Like if you've got a device that does both, which is also why I like this one, the Medicube. This one does not have EMS, this is microcurrent. So it's basically doing the same thing with a different kind of severity. Both will give you lift, both will tighten and tone the skin. We do not know about collagen production. There's not enough research on that. What it does really help with, to be honest, is a lot of lymphatic drainage. So can you chisel out the bottom side of your face and kind of help with that jowl area by lymphatically draining with microcurrent? You guys, you totally can. You totally can, right? You totally can. But the reason why I think that this is so imperative, especially when you're working with a full weekly calendar of 30 minutes a day on your skin, it really helps with the healing. So is it helping with the microneedling healing that I did on Sunday? Yes. Is it helping with the radio frequency that I do on Wednesdays and Saturdays? Yes. Is it, it does. It helps with all of that stuff. It's energizing the cell. It speeds up the healing. Yeah, so it does. Okay, you guys, it's 12. Is there any other questions before I go? And just remember, I'll be here again tomorrow at 11. I'm going to do some microneedling with the Dr. Pen. And I'm either going to do, I can't do any place that's going to show for the wedding, or my spray tan will not go on. So I might do my abdomen tomorrow or my hands, because those will heal very, very quickly. All right, you guys, anything else? Just know I'll post this to my main feed afterwards. Ooh, you guys. Is there any tip to help plump the lips? You can use this on the lips. So you can spread this apart. You can use it here and spread down. You can use it here and spread across. I microneedle right on the lip line. That's why I don't have the little lines that go this way. It's a little bit of this, but it's consistent with the microneedling around the lip line. It also helps to bring a little color back in your lips when you've done some microneedling there. Okay, you guys, for your hands, yeah, I'm gonna do microneedling. For what I do for my hands, microneedling. I don't do any microcurrent on my hands. I don't know why, but I don't. But microneedling I do on my hands. I do red light therapy. I've got the glove on my hands. Yeah, and then I've got the and then it's all prevention, right? The driving gloves and all that. Okay, you guys, look, come on. This was my droopiest side. This nasolabial fold is already a lot less noticeable, right? That's half my face. Now I have to do the other half. Okay, you guys, have a great rest of your Saturday. I'll see you guys tomorrow at 11 and we'll microneedle. I'll post this to my site. Again, if you want my protocol, DM me the word protocol for the weekly protocol. If you want the microneedling protocol, DM me microneedling protocol. It's all free. And if you want my list of my top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 microcurrent devices so that you can decide for yourself what's right for you, DM me the word microcurrent and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Mwah! Have a beautiful day. All right, thanks guys.